Welcome to Kindness Stories, the place where true tales of courage, resilience, and compassion come alive to inspire you to be a better version of yourself every day. If you love hearing stories about everyday people doing extraordinary things, then you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on a story that might just change your life. Now, let's get into today's powerful story about a brave young girl who stood up to her bullies in the most unexpected way. It all began in a small town in Eastern Europe, in a neighborhood where different cultures and religions lived side by side but didn't always see eye to eye. At the heart of our story is a young Jewish girl named Miriam. She was 15 years old, with curly dark hair, sparkling brown eyes, and a smile that could melt the coldest heart. But her life was anything but easy. Miriam came from a devout Jewish family who kept their traditions close, especially the dietary laws that forbade eating pork. For her, these customs were more than just rules. They were a connection to her ancestors, her faith, and her identity. Miriam's school was a public one, and though she was bright and kind, her classmates often treated her like an outsider. They didn't understand her traditions. They mocked her for the simple lunches she brought from home. They laughed when she wouldn't eat what everyone else was eating. The worst of them were a group of older kids who thought it was funny to push Miriam around. They'd trip her in the hallway, throw her books on the floor, and sometimes even spit in her direction when teachers weren't looking. Miriam's parents always told her to hold her head high and never let anyone make her feel ashamed of who she was, and so, every day, she would walk into that school with her chin up and her heart full of her family's love. But inside, it hurt more than she could say. She'd lie awake at night wondering why people could be so cruel just because she was different. One cold Monday morning, as Miriam sat alone in the cafeteria eating her sandwich, the bullies approached her table. There were 3 of them, boys from the 10th grade, bigger and stronger than her. Their ringleader was a boy named Ivan. He was the son of a local butcher and took pride in boasting about how his family sold the best pork in town. Ivan slammed his tray down across from Miriam and sneered at her. The other 2 boys flanked her on either side, blocking her escape. Hey, little kosher princess, Ivan mocked. What's that you're eating today? More of your weird food. Miriam didn't answer. She kept her eyes on her sandwich, trying to stay calm. She knew from experience that arguing only made things worse. Double quotes. Oh, come on now, Ivan taunted. You think you're better than us because you don't eat pork. You think you're special? Miriam's hands trembled, but she forced herself to stay composed. It's my faith, she whispered. Please leave me alone. But Ivan wasn't about to let her off that easily. He pulled a piece of pork sausage from his tray and dangled it in front of her face. The smell made Miriam's stomach turn. She pushed her chair back, but the other boys grabbed her shoulders, pinning her in place. You're gonna eat this today, Ivan said with a wicked grin. We'll see how special you are then. Miriam's eyes welled up with tears. The other students in the cafeteria watched, but did nothing. Some turned away, pretending not to see. Others snickered under their breath. Miriam could feel her heart pounding so hard she thought it would burst out of her chest. She begged them to stop, but her words fell on deaf ears. Ivan forced the piece of pork closer to her mouth. He laughed when she recoiled in horror. What's wrong? Scared you'll go to hell for one bite? He jeered. Eat it. In that moment, something inside Miriam snapped. The fear and humiliation she'd buried deep inside for so long turned into a raging fire. She realized these boys didn't want to teach her a lesson. They wanted to break her spirit, and she wasn't going to let them. She clenched her fists under the table, her knuckles turning white. Ivan leaned in closer, his face inches from hers, still holding that piece of pork. He opened his mouth to say something else, but he never got the words out. With a sudden surge of strength she didn't know she had, Miriam shot up from her seat and swung her right fist straight into Ivan's jaw. The crack echoed through the silent cafeteria. Ivan's head snapped back, and he stumbled to the ground, clutching his face. His friends stood frozen, their eyes wide in shock. But Miriam wasn't done. She turned to the boy on her right, who still had his hand on her shoulder. Without thinking, she delivered a swift punch to his chin. He yelped in pain and fell backward, crashing into a nearby table. The last boy didn't wait around to see what would happen next. He bolted for the door, slipping on the cafeteria floor as he ran. Asterisk, the entire room fell into stunned silence. Students stared at Miriam, who stood there trembling, her fists still clenched, her breathing heavy. Ivan lay on the floor moaning, his jaw already swelling. Teachers rushed over, but none of them seemed to know what to do. Asterisk, Miriam didn't say a word. She picked up her bag, slung it over her shoulder, and walked out of the cafeteria with her head held higher than ever before. She didn't care about the consequences. For the first time, she felt truly free, free from fear, free from shame, and free from the belief that she had to endure cruelty in silence. Asterisk, word of what happened spread through the school like wildfire. Some kids whispered that Miriam had lost her mind. Others said she was a hero. But for the first time, the bullies left her alone. They avoided her in the hallways, lowering their eyes when they passed her by. Even Ivan's parents, embarrassed by what their son had done, forced him to apologize. Of course, Miriam didn't forgive him overnight. Trust takes time to rebuild, and some wounds go deeper than fists. Asterisk, at home, Miriam expected her parents to be angry when the school called, but instead, her father took her hands in his and said, "Sometimes, standing up for yourself is the bravest thing you can do. Our faith teaches us to be peaceful, but it also teaches us to defend our dignity." Asterisk, her mother kissed her forehead and reminded her that being strong doesn't mean being cruel in return. "You showed them that you will not be broken," she said gently, "but remember, kindness is still your greatest strength." Asterisk, from that day on, Miriam's life changed. She still faced prejudice that didn't disappear overnight, but the bullies who once tormented her learned to keep their distance. More importantly, her courage inspired other kids who felt like outsiders. They came to her, shyly at first, asking how she found the strength to stand up for herself. She told them that strength doesn't always come from fists. Sometimes it comes from knowing who you are and refusing to be ashamed of it. Asterisk, years later, Miriam grew up to become an advocate for tolerance and interfaith dialogue. She traveled to schools around the country, sharing her story with students who felt like they didn't belong. She told them about that day in the cafeteria, about the taste of fear turning into the taste of freedom. She talked about forgiveness, about choosing compassion even when you've been hurt, and about how real courage is not about hurting others, but about protecting what's sacred to you. Asterisk, people who heard Miriam speak often said they felt seen for the first time in their lives. They realized they weren't alone. They understood that kindness and strength could coexist. Miriam's story taught them that no one has the right to make you betray who you are. Not with words, not with fists, and certainly not with pieces of pork forced into your hands. Asterisk, and what about Ivan, the boy whose jaw Miriam broke with a single punch? Life has a funny way of teaching us lessons. After high school, Ivan struggled to find his path. He carried the shame of that day with him for years. It haunted him that he tried to humiliate someone for their faith. It took him a long time to face the truth of what he'd done. Asterisk, years later, Ivan reached out to Miriam. He asked if she'd meet him for coffee. She hesitated at first, but then agreed. They sat across from each other at a small cafe in their hometown. Ivan looked older, humbled by time and regrets. He apologized, not just for what he did that day, but for every cruel word, every push in the hallway, every moment he made her feel less than human. Asterisk, Miriam listened quietly. When he finished, she nodded. "I forgave you a long time ago," she said. "Not for you, for me. Holding on to hate doesn't make us strong. Letting go does." Asterisk, they parted ways after that meeting. They didn't become friends, but they became reminders to each other that people can change, and that sometimes the most powerful punch is forgiveness. Asterisk, Miriam's story reminds us that standing up for what you believe in doesn't mean you have to lose your compassion. It means protecting yourself while never letting the darkness inside you grow stronger than your light. It means breaking the cycle of hate with courage, and yes, with kindness to Asterisk. So, the next time you feel small, when someone tries to make you betray who you are, remember Miriam. Remember the girl who refused to eat pork, who broke jaws with a single punch, and who chose to live with kindness anyway. You don't need to fight violence with violence, but you do need to fight fear with strength and hate with love. Asterisk, asterisk.